Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here coming back at you with another video. We see Transformer, we see a box, we're back on the table here. ProtoFoxy is back on doing some Transformers reviews, and I am hitting the toys from my Christmas haul. Well, the rest of them anyway. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get right into it, and we're going to start off with this one here, one of the toys that I was initially very super excited to get in my Christmas haul because I was really looking forward to this, and also probably one of the ones that I have been mostly disappointed with, and we'll go into that as the review goes on. But anywho, enough of my rambling. We're going to go ahead and get started. This is the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Road Rage. And as you can see, it is a redeco, slight remold of the Kingdom track, or not Kingdom, I believe it was Earthrise. No, maybe it was Kingdom tracks. Either way, I passed on tracks because I have the Reveal the Shield tracks, and I feel like that is a very good toy, and I just didn't feel like getting the Kingdom tracks. But when I saw Road Rage for a good price, definitely want to go ahead and grab it, and I realized I made a good call in skipping Autobot tracks for Kingdom, and we'll go into it. But first, let's go ahead, get a look at the packaging. Got some really killer artwork of Road Rage, both vehicle and robot mode. We got the back of the box, product shots and all that good jazz. God, those product shots make this toy look amazing, don't it? Don't it? Yeah. So there we go. That's the package. Oh, and we got the Killer Kingdom artwork. Forgot to go into that. You know, awesome Kingdom artwork. But yeah, on to the figure. As we can see, Road Rage is a redeco of a very close in style. A redeco of Autobot tracks, very close in style to a Corvette Stingray from the 80s. Looks pretty good. And here's where the problems start, because as we get close, we see seams and panels everywhere, and the tabbing doesn't want to stay tabbed. I mean, vehicle mode, not so horrible, especially in the front towards the hood. Just a lot of panel lines, nothing too big. Deal breaking. It is a bummer that those tabs don't seat correctly, and we will see more of that as the review goes on. But anyway, I mean, good looking car mode with the exception of the seam brakes, but does the rolling thing as it should. I do not have the Autobot tracks out for comparison, so I will go ahead and grab another War for Cybertron toy in Red Alert just to compare size. As we can see, Red Alert vehicle mode is definitely bigger, but all in all, definitely fits in. Excuse me. Definitely fits in its size class. Let's go ahead and move this box out of the way. Let's get that out of the way. We're done with the box anyway. Definitely fits in as far as size class go. This is a deluxe, but not bad looking at all, with the exception of the seam brakes. Let's get that out of there. Road Rage, she comes with some accessories. We've got a black pistol, and then a dual mounted pistol there. And in vehicle mode, it just stores there. That's good, right like that. So boom, as you can see, got Road Rage all armed up, ready to go. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for the car mode. Now, I failed to mention at the start of said review is that this is technically a triple changer. It has a flight mode. I don't know if I would call it a triple changer, but it does count as an additional mode. So let's go ahead and get to that mode first. And what you want to do, right here, you're going to flip up the tail fins. And this one does not want to come up right now. Let's try to keep things from having on-camera breakage. Are you not going to come out? There we go. There we go. So we got the tail fins. So Corvette with tail fins, and now here comes the fun part for everybody. So what we want to do is very carefully, because the entire roof assembly down to the side here for half the door is all clear plastic, so we do not want to break anything. And you're going to try and pop this section out without breaking anything. And see, sometimes it gets jammed up in here. Maybe it'll help if, and maybe I can do this. Maybe it'll help if I pop these wings out first. Excuse me, as I'm popping the wings out, go ahead, pop the wings out, and then see maybe if we can get that to separate. There we go. It separates a bit better. So then you take, that pops down, pull it all the way down, pull that up, fold that in, and we got a wing. Same deal on the other side. And let's see, will it do what I want it to do? Yep. Okay, so the key to that is, without breaking anything, is to make sure that that wing is popped out first. We go ahead and bring that down, fold it down, fold the wing out, and we have Road Rage's flight mode. Just basically a Corvette with wings. These will quite snugly here secure there, so you can still store the weapons in the flight mode and nothing really crashes into it. Not a whole lot of space, but then again, doesn't need to be. But there you go. Flight mode. Flying car. That's what we got going on here. And then, of course, if you have some additional blast effects, you can put the blast effect back there in that port and make it look like she's flying away. But that is that. So, on to robot mode, which here is where ProtoFoxy will more than likely get infuriated on camera and pray that he doesn't have any on-camera breakage. So what we want to do first is we're going to go ahead and fold those back down, tail fins. We're going to fold these out like that. So we have a T-posing Corvette, and we're going to cross our fingers and pray nothing breaks on camera. So what we want to do first is try and separate everything here. And oh, this is so bad. Okay, so see here the clip. You got these clips here that go into that port there in vehicle mode. You want to get that down, and now we see this crazy assembly. We're going to mess with the legs first because this is the wonkiest, most difficult part of said transformation. So what we're going to do, we're going to separate. We got these panels here on the back side. We're going to fold them out. Fold one out, and then we're going to rotate down to make sure that that foot gets some clearance. And then we're going to bring the leg up. It's on a hinge in there. You can kind of see it. Move that like that. We're going to go ahead and fold that down. And then we've got a small tab right there. Supposed to seat into that port. And oh, is it going to come together? Probably not. And that's problem number one. And we'll talk about that in robot mode. But we got a leg quasi-complete here. We'll fiddle with that more in a bit. But yeah, there you got small tabs and ports, and it's supposed to seat in there correctly. You do the same thing on this side. Just be extra careful because, again, this plastic is a bit thinner than what I feel it should be. This one always tends to port a bit better, though. So, okay, we got the legs done. And that went... Excuse me. My goodness. My throat, I need to clear it more often, apparently. That went a lot better than I thought it was going to go. But there we go. We got the legs done. And we're going to spin that assembly all around. No, we're not going to spin that assembly all around yet. We will in a second. So then what we want to do is we want to lift the entire roof assembly up. And here's where you need to be careful. Notice, all clear plastic. And those of you who have been around long enough to remember my smokescreen review is that I had on-camera breakage from a roof section. So we're not going to bust this one up because, and I will explain why here in a bit. But okay, so got there. That separates, that folds in, and then you're going to fold it in like that. So that's how you want that seated. Okay? Then we spin that assembly around. We get the head reveal. And we're going to take all of this. You got a tab right here. You got a port right there. You're going to flip everything in, as you can see. And we want this setting just right, so that's going to be kind of angled. So it goes into the port. Make sure it's all nice and done there. And we've got where we're at now. Go ahead and slide this chest section forward. And you'll notice we've got, if you can see, oh my goodness. Got a port there. Got a peg there. And we are going to go ahead and get everything in place. Boom. Now we can spin the legs around. And we already have things popping out. So we're almost there. We're almost done. Home stretch. Wing up. Arm down. Spin her around. Take out the fist. Same deal over here. Wing up. Down. Spin. Spin. Boom. And now we have Road Rage in robot mode. And that actually went fairly easily. A whole lot easier than the first time I did this. So, good looking robot. Definitely not bad looking at all. It's just where things start to fall apart is where things are supposed to sit. And as you can see as I'm fiddling with this here. But anyway, good looking robot. You know, as far as looks go, God, it's standing on its own. My goodness. There we go. All right, so good looking robot on its own. Articulation wise, head seems like it's on a ball joint and can kind of do ball jointy things. So we see all that. Arms 360, by elbow bend, about 90 degrees, bicep swivel, waist swivel, can do the full splits, lift up the skirt, can go forward that far, back that far before it crashes into the backpack assembly. And here comes the fun part, the knees. So, as you can see, when we get close here, that peg always comes undone because it's too shallow to set in there, and that's the same thing with the peg on the side of the leg here. You still get knee articulation, pretty decent knee bend, right? But this entire assembly basically explodes when you do it, so you're always going to be fiddling, and that's the problem. The legs on this is where the issues lie because of the engineering was not done well. Oh, and foot on a ball joint can do all the ball jointy things. But yeah, see, this is where the problem lies in, especially almost all copies of Trax, Road Rage, what have you, all have this problem, particularly on the left leg, where the tabs seem to not sit flush. Like right there, you can kind of get it sitting, but when you start fiddling around with it and moving it around, it wants to come untabbed. The right leg isn't as bad, but it will still do it, and that's where my disappointment lies, because appearances, great looking figure, and especially for me because I am a sucker for off-color redecos that were based on the Diaclone paint schemes, which is what Road Rage is based on. An initial Diaclone paint scheme. I believe it was, they did two different versions. One ended up being Trax, the other ended up being Road Rage. But I'm a sucker for those, and definitely, like I said, I prefer the Reveal the Shield Trax, and I was hoping that they may have done a Road Rage out of that. They might have, I don't recall, but I wanted to get a Road Rage for the collection, and this is what we got. Other than that, I'm just kind of disappointed in the engineering. I feel like they over-engineered the leg section. They could have done something better with that. Once it is standing, I will say it is fairly sturdy. So right there, you know, you give the table a shake and it's not going to fall over. So I guess that's not terrible. But just, yeah, just them legs, I feel like they were over-engineered. But anyway, enough of all of that. Let's go ahead and get Road Rage armed up. We take the double cannon here, put that on top in that port there to complete the look. And we give Road Rage her pistol. Everything's on 5mm clips, so everything pegs in just as nice. You'll also notice she has the 5mm ports in different spots for all the combat stuff. For the whole War for Cybertron line-wide gimmick. So you can definitely arm her up with the weaponizer types. And as you can see, I'm still fiddling around with the leg panels because they just do not want to sit together well enough. So let's get a box comparison in and go ahead and bring in our old pal Red Alert here. And as you can see, she stands a bit taller than Red Alert, but of course the, same line, very similar size. This one definitely has a bit more of a backpack going on because the entire roof of the car basically just sets on her back, whereas Red Alert Sideswipe mold is definitely a cleaner transformation. So, but then we get that, so we get the 360 all around and all that good stuff. Get Red Alert out of the way. Final thoughts here, final thoughts. I wanted to love Road Rage so bad. It is such a cool looking figure. Yeah, it's just the over engineering and the way the panels sit and the way it's just, the way it was manufactured did not work out well for this toy. I feel like if they would have kind of put this back in the oven and let it cook for a little bit, maybe figure out how to do these legs a bit better, I think we would have had a better overall toy. But, this is what we got. Not the greatest. If you are a weird collector like myself who has to have definite very off variants of stuff based on different things, like I said, this is based on the initial Diaclone paint job of the Corvette, and then of course at different points in time throughout Transformers they released the red Corvette and called it Road Rage in different lines. This is the one they gave us for Kingdom, because obviously it's a very easy redeco. The head itself is remolded, so we get Road Rage's head there. But yeah, I'm a sucker for these, so of course I was going to get it anyway, or at least try to get it, because this is one I was looking forward to. I was just let down in general, unfortunately. And the first time I got this out of the box, I was screaming and cussing at transforming this like nobody's business because of these legs and the way they're engineered. Don't like them. But yeah, those are my final thoughts. If this is something that interests you, by all means, you can find them cheap. I got this off of Amazon. It was initially a Target exclusive, but I got this off of Amazon. I believe I only paid $20 for it. So, I mean, it's not demanding a high price right now. So if, off pattern redecos of exclusive characters are your thing, if you want to spend the 20, I mean, I was going to get it. Would I feel better if I didn't? Yeah, I could have probably used that 20 bucks on something else, but it's here. It is what it is. That is Road Rage. I'll leave you all with this. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you did, shoot a subscribe my way. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I say unto you this, life is too short, so play on, and I will see you in the next video.